Oh, I didn't see you there. Congratulations. You made it to the end of the mega course. Thank you for joining me in the exact same place where we started the mega course. I've been here the whole time waiting for you. I'm exhausted. Now, you just went through an enormous mountain of information, and you should be proud of yourself. Very few people get to the very end of the mega course, and certainly few people like yourself skip absolutely none of the videos in the mega course. You didn't skip a single thing, right? But jokes aside, I bring that up because very few people in this life and in this world actually have the commitment to stick through. But as you probably surmised from things I said earlier on in the mega course, you do need to have grit and commitment in order to succeed in this career. Very few people are willing to do the extraordinary things that are necessary in order to get extraordinary results for themselves or their career or the trajectory that they have in life. And so by actually making a commitment right now and by practicing and going through everything, you have done yourself a service, and I commend you. So now that you've made it all the way through, there's going to be a few things that I suggest that you do going from here. First off, if you took my advice at the very beginning and you sort of sped run your way through the mega course, just sort of getting a toehold in the concepts and a general sense of what we're talking about, now is the time to go back through, maybe take a day or two to relax and have a spa, nice little bath, bottle of champagne, whatever you want. You deserve it. After that, though, go through again with an eye towards taking more careful notes, being a little bit more attentive of the specific details and nuances, and also starting to practice. And how do we recommend that you practice? Well, unless you are doing a specific focused practice exercise like the ones that we recommend in the mega course, my suggestion to you is actually to follow the daily practice. That is, write down 1 page of copy per day, not 1 piece of copy. People get that mixed up. 1 page of copy per day. It's about 250 to 300 words. Do that. Also read 1 piece of copy per day and do it closely. Mark it up. Either take notes online using some sort of digital service. It could be Adobe, it could be Microsoft Paint. I don't care. There's plenty of services online that will allow you to take notes on the copy that you read. Or do what I do because I'm old and just print it out and then write on the pages. So write 1 page of copy per day, read 1 piece of copy per day, and the tricky one, write down 1 idea per day. An idea can be anything from a cool way of phrasing something or a whole angle for getting into a type of sales letter or sales message. It can be a style or a format. It could be something that you take from something else. It can be something that you come up with on your own. It could be a business idea. It could be anything you want. Just make sure that you are trying to write down 1 idea per day, because as a copywriter, if you want to differentiate yourself from AI, what you need to be doing is thinking of the stuff that AI can't do. That is all the stuff that AI has not been trained on. It is in doing that that not only will you be able to secure your future in your career, but you will also be able to continue to grow it no matter what slings and arrows befall you going forward. So now that you have everything that you need to go from 0 to 1 in your career, and you have a paradigm that's going to allow you to continue to upskill every single day and learn new things that help you grow in this career pretty much automatically, the next thing that you're going to want to start doing is preparing a starter portfolio. Now, depending upon your goals and the niche you want to work in, your portfolio is going to change. We did, of course, have videos in the mega course that showed you how we recommend setting up a portfolio. We also had an entire video where we told you what recommendations we have for the pieces you should practice in that portfolio. And we chose those pieces because right now, at this particular time, those are the types of copy that people are paying a lot of money for. And so it behooves you to both practice it and then also to prepare it in your portfolio. Now, the cool thing about practice pieces is that you can revise them, you can improve them, and over time, they can become samples that you put into your portfolio, even if you wrote for a made up or fake product. And of course, the third big thing that you need to start doing is preparing for outreach, whether that is starting up a business or preparing to be a freelancer or preparing to apply for jobs. A common misconception that a lot of people make is that the advice that we're giving is that, oh, now you need to start, pitching people on Instagram, even though we, in the mega course, explicitly told people that you probably shouldn't do that. No, when we talk about preparing for outreach, what I mean is actually going out and researching the businesses you might like to write for. The big pieces of information that you want to start getting is this: how they acquire customers and the types of copy that they use to acquire customers, how they monetize customers, and of course, the types of copy that they use to monetize customers, and of course, who the decision makers are in the business. You can usually use LinkedIn, but there are plenty of AI tools that do a actually pretty poor job of scraping that information for you, but to each their own. Not only will this help you build a swipe file, it will also help you know what sort of specific industry catered portfolio of samples that you should start to make. Personally, I recommend doing what Alex recommended earlier on in the mega course, which is intermittent niching, which is you will spend a little bit of time learning about a particular industry, pitching businesses in that industry, and then of course, moving on once you are ready or competent enough to start moving into different things. And over time, what you will find is that you will gravitate towards something that you generally are pretty good at. And then you can just keep building your cred more and more and more until pretty much you become an authority in that space. I know plenty of copywriters who started out wanting to write a few email flows for e-com businesses, and then all of a sudden they become like the flyer guy for window tinting services in Tarzana, California. And they make plenty good money doing that. The point of what I'm saying is that you need to be open to what this career has to offer you and not be so hard-headed and blind to all the opportunities that the world has. Do not go in with a certain set of expectations. Certainly do not go in with prejudices for any niche, because truly you can get rich with any type of copy in any niche. And you could do it in-house as a freelancer or with a business. It all depends on how hard you're willing to work, the amount of effort you put in, the network that you grow and build, and the quality of your copy. So start with the simple stuff. Start with simply skilling up and getting better a little bit every single day, because that will translate to more dollars for you over time. Now, if you want to accomplish a few of the things that I've been talking about with a single amount of effort, here's what I recommend. Go write spec pieces for businesses that you might like to work for. Now, a spec piece, as I mentioned earlier on in the mega course, is just any piece that you've written for a business without being explicitly hired or told to do so. The cool thing about writing on spec is that, one, it forces you to research a business that might need your services, and you find out about that by going through and learning about what that business does to acquire and monetize customers. It also allows you to get practice writing for different businesses that have real products and services. And then once that piece is done, you can send it as a form of outreach to that business to see if they would hire you to either pay for that piece or to continue writing pieces on an ongoing basis for them. Of course, if they don't get back to you or they say no, no worries. Now, all of a sudden, your spec piece is a sample piece that can go into your portfolio, and you can just keep rinsing and repeating, learning, growing, upskilling, practicing, and preparing your portfolio, all with a single activity: writing spec pieces. Honestly, it surprises me that more people do not do it this way, but to each their own. Now, this is the point in the video, since this is the final video of the mega course, where I'm supposed to have some sort of witty or punchy ending. I'm not good at those. So I'm simply going to say that we are extremely grateful to you, to your time and your attention. We hope that this can be an ongoing relationship between you and Copy That. So in closing, the only message that I have for you is good luck. I think that you've made a great decision to learn copywriting for a very simple reason. Even if you never become a copywriter, even if AI takes every single copywriting job, being persuasive with writing is going to be beneficial to you no matter what career you could potentially choose, whether it's dentist, engineer, manager, employee, business owner, or you just want to lead a revolution and uprising against the data centers and AI that have taken all the jobs from us. You got to be able to convince other people to join you in the fight. You're off to a great start. You have a good foundation, and I'm looking forward to seeing the trajectory of your career. Please don't be a stranger. Drop us a note on Discord if you have any successes, and best of luck to you.